how far you've come as a business, the turning points in your business, and what you feel is left to come.
Well, I mean, in terms of how far we've come, there's two sides to it. There's one as an individual. Just as a kid that loved music, played football to probably 8 hours a day, you know, like every other male kid. From queuing up in import record shops in London in the early 80s to taking my 16th birthday present money to buy my DJ equipment, to promoting clubs at 14, 15 in the West End, you know, bringing Public Enemy at third base to the UK at 18, you know, flying Russell Simmons on a private jet when I was 19 or 20 or something. By the way, all this stuff was done with other people, other Nigerians who were my age as well, just as crazy as me. To never ever really being one of those sort of rich Nigerian kids that had like all the toys and boys, and at the same time never ever being one of those that was doing all the fraud games. Yeah, I mean, it's a long way because when you're doing that stuff as a kid, you know, you do it as a promoter, it pays bills, but you know, you're not really thinking about this as a serious business, you understand? I guess when I was about 16, 17, and a guy I knew called Eddie Davenport had made his first £1,000,000 from promoting clubs, I kind of said, well, hey man, I'm getting more money doing this than I get from my father, so in terms of personal spend money, yeah? So definitely I always knew it was an option. I never really thought it was an option in Nigeria, yeah? But coming back to Nigeria to do law school, coming back at that time, and the nightlife in Lagos was pretty much driven and run by the Lebanese.
What time is this?
It's 1990,
Okay.
yeah? Driven and run by the Lebanese. The club nights were like non-existent. There was nothing catering to us, you know, young black Nigerian kids. The clubs that were there were catering to an older demographic, guys who were like already 30. I was like 20, 21. You know, I'm coming from the generation that created the whole rave scene out of the UK. So we're looking for like, we did the first flyers here. The first time we put DJ's name on flyers. I remember somebody arguing with me like, why are you putting the DJ's name? I said, there'll come a time where you can't promote an event without a DJ's name because people follow DJs. See, as I'm a DJ myself. And Enter the Dragon was a big thing for us, 1991. Anybody who went to that club in Nigeria knows what we're talking about. One of those boys, a guy, a kid called Freddie. He was not a kid now, he's a grown man. But he's one of the key promoters and owners at a club called Crystal in London, which is really one of the premier nightclubs, a multi-million-pound locations. Proud of that. Proud of the fact that we put together a crew called Junior and Pretty in 1992 that created the sounds of pidgin rap. We invented it, actually. I think I can probably take responsibility for that one. We used to do this thing called Clapperboard Weekend Raps. Probably made a lot of kids in Nigeria get into hip-hop. We used to do it at a place in VI. Shout out to 6 Foot Plus, which is one of the rappers who's still in the game from those days. Daddy Shoki was part of a rap crew called the Pretty Busy Crew. He used to break dance and rap. He wasn't a very good rapper, but obviously he became a major artist. And that early period, 91, 92, 93, a lot of creativity going on in Nigeria. Working as a legal advisor in some trading company or something. You know, it's not like, you know, it couldn't pay me to the extent. My father used to think I was mad. Work 9 to 5, go home, have dinner, go to the studio at 10 p.m., get out of the studio 6 a.m. Obviously having slept 3-4 hours in the studio. Come home, have a shower, be at the work at 8. I mean, it was absolute madness thinking back on it. But we did it. We're doing records, we're doing TV shows, we're doing club nights, yeah? We stopped doing club nights because we're now into ownership, you know, so watch out for Stone Bar coming soon somewhere near you, you know? But by 93 with the whole Babangida thing, what's depressing me at the moment is the exact same feeling now is the exact same feeling of 93. Nothing's happening, you know? People are not moving us forward, and you know, and you're like, man, we can't just keep going on like this. That worries me, but I tell you what, 92, 93 is when all the international labels pretty much upped and left Nigeria, you know? Sony Music, EMI, there's like, man, we can't deal anymore. We're out, it's just too much like hard work. Really focus back more on what everybody here would call regular business, you know? I'm trying to work in oil and gas services, set up my own company. 93 was doing that for about 5 years. Did okay. We're way ahead of the curve. We represented like 20 international companies working in the capital projects upstream and also working with the refineries and downstream.
Is that company still in existence?
No. We were never in a position to be able to raise finance because at the time, Nigerian banks were too complacent to actually finance the oil sector. Then about 2002, 2003, yeah? Shout out to LD from the Tribesmen. You know, somebody introduced me to him, Yemisi, don't forget such things. And, you know, this kid was super, super talented, you know. Music is beginning to step up again, you know. I was feeling him, and Dari, who was almost like a younger brother to us in-house. And these were the two reasons to gradually find myself getting sucked back into this thing more formally. In 2004, Dari had done Project Fame, and we were supporting him because he really needed the support and the help. And we did that through 2004, 5, 6 with Dari, and at the same time, Dari brought this kid, GT. Gotta thank you for that, Dari, because we're about to put out GT's album next month, and I tell you something, the kid is a superstar. Watch out for him. We really pushed hard on Dari, pushed him out. Already in 2005, I formed a joint venture company called Storm Vision, with a chap called Remy Ogunbiton, who was one of the leading technical production service people in Nigeria. And and together we created a lot of history. I think, with The Apprentice Africa, with Big Brother Nigeria, Dragon's Den, Play TV, Doctor's Quarter, 100% Niger. These are all Amstel Motor box office. These are all big shows, Every single one of those shows hit the point, they hit the mark, But that relationship ran its course sometime last year. He's doing his thing. I'm doing Storm 360, because Storm is like literally my brand. It's our brand. That's what we do. Storm 360. Right now, Calabar Rocks, which is this whole relationship that we're blessed to be in with the Cross River State Government. And we've been privileged. They brought us in like family, and we really got to work with these guys at close hands, help to manage all the talent booking, manage all the events, all the shows. 32 concerts in 32 days, it's exhausting. And we went in there, we also convinced them that it would make sense for us to film everything, but I put some editorial behind it and create like a roadmap for anybody who had been hearing about this thing but had never seen it. And that's the TV series that's now on air, Calabar Rocks. You can catch it on Sky Channel 204 in the UK. You can catch it on High TV on Saturday nights, 8 p.m. If you're a crossover, you can catch it on CRBC on Wednesday nights. Nationally, you can catch it on AIT on Thursday nights, and on Monday night on STV. So we bracketed everything. Right now, we're activating Niger Sings, which is a show we co-created for Mnet. Big shout out to Mnet for giving us an opportunity to work with them again. And it feeds into us because what we're about, we are Nigerian. We believe that our business is about driving the Nigerian cultural agenda. Our primary focus is the Nigerian youth market. So anything that allows us to tell the story, to show the other side, the good side, the talent, the creativity of our young people is something that we always want to do and always want to be behind. And I'm really excited this time because we're getting to the roots. We're going to Bauchi, Kaduna, Jos, Abuja, Calabar, Enugu, Ibadan. So it's not just Lagos based, it's not just Lagos people. This is a real opportunity to go around, touch the country, and we're doing auditions nationally, we're doing regional finals nationally, then we come back to Lagos, yeah? It's like things that are happening right now. There's a bunch of music albums coming out later during the year. There are other platforms and projects we're working on that include sports, football, other companies that are affiliated to us. Where we are right now, not satisfied, still hungry, still pushing, still seeking more partnerships, more opportunities, more business, still seeking a situation where, access to finance for the creative industry is stronger. We're going to be running a national campaign for collective rights administration, distribution, and anti-piracy for the Nigerian Copyright Commission this year. And we're really going to come out hard to corporate Nigeria to get them to come behind that and support this, because right now there's a lot of show, but there's not a lot of business. People talk about show business is two words. Nigerians are focusing too much on the show. We need to make sure that the backstop is in place. Bankers always talk to me about, I've got to get the structure and the business plan. Yeah, but you guys got to provide the training and the tools to those people in the creative industries to help them do those things. If they were thinking in that mode, they wouldn't be creative. So it's just about striking the balance, yeah? To wake up in the morning and take a decision to make $100 million movie, it's actually a business decision. But a banker here would never do it. They wouldn't even finance $5 million. And that I can say on the record because we have 2 Oscar-nominated actors signed on a movie to be shot in Nigeria. We're looking for $5 million. If you want to get involved, you know what to do. Contact Next. Because the truth of the matter is, there are so many opportunities. Lost King of Scotland costs $10 million, yeah? I guarantee you, there are 5,000 movies that can be made out of Nigeria that can go worldwide. But you know what? Somebody's got to step up to the plate and put the money down. I cannot believe that Nigeria is going to have 50 years of an independent country next year, and we don't have a single movie ever made in Nigeria that went into general release. It's embarrassing to me. More Africans know Nato C than know Aliko Dangote. That's just true talk. Your popular culture travels a hell of a lot faster than anything else, yeah? Music, sports, movies. This is what travels. Then fashion, then food. Then you might begin to get to business personalities. But in Nigeria, somehow our business personalities seem to have become our pop stars. Everywhere in the world, I don't even know who the bankers are. I don't know, maybe it's our value system, maybe it's our complex, it's our own issues, I'm not really sure. We're looking forward to a time when people begin to understand the value of creative enterprise. Begin to understand not just the value in the sense of they're doing creative enterprise a favor, but that actually, you might give me $10 million to make a film that might generate $200 million worldwide. This is serious business. It's serious money. And that's just movies. It's the same thing with every other aspect of the creative enterprise. If you finance Diola Sego appropriately, yeah, she might be able to get her stuff into general retail worldwide. It could take her from where she is now to $100 million annual business, yeah? This is all about creating the right financing structures to support those people who have proven talent and proven expertise. Yeah?